Hey everybody, it's ADGM on Crypto for GrowMyBag.tv. What an eventful morning. Wow. So we've got a whole bunch of stuff. We've got large companies spending big money in other countries on upskilling people so that they can learn how to use AI. I'm talking about US based companies going outside the country to upskill other people. We've got, I don't even have to get into that. I don't even have to get into that. But what I found interesting this morning was Bitwise. Bitwise has filed for a Doge ETF. Now, the significance of that is I don't particularly care for single asset ETFs, especially in the crypto space. And I know you're wondering why. It's actually, when I say it, you're actually going to think, oh my God, he's absolutely right, because it's pretty stupid. So why would I want to buy your ETF that's only got one thing in it when I can go get that one thing myself? I can open, if I don't understand, if you're somebody that doesn't understand crypto and you have not bought my book, Crypto Foundations for Building Multi-Generational Wealth, so you can actually get a foundational understanding of what crypto is, you can go to any one of the exchanges that are out there. If you're in the United States, Coinbase, Kraken, Gemini. If you're beyond the United States, Bybit, Binance, BitGet. You have a whole slew of centralized exchanges where you can go and open up an account, and they have so much information to educate you on how to buy and sell and hold and trade crypto. You have no excuse. You have no excuse. I truly think that, single asset ETFs in the crypto space are going to crash and burn. The more people get educated, the more they lose money. It's not going to matter to the underlying asset. And you're probably wondering why. The reason why is because that money is going to go back into the asset, or at least back into the space. So crypto in general is not going to care. Now, some people might say, well, you can't really buy, certain things in your retirement accounts and blah, blah, blah. And that's actually wrong. You can. There are companies out there offering you the service. But even still, the amount of money that you can make from crypto, you could do it directly. Make your crypto your retirement account. I'm just saying, there are things that you can do. So I sit back and I look at this and I just go, filing for Dogecoin ETF, okay, cool, but I can go get Doge by myself. I can go get Bitcoin by myself. I can go get Ethereum by myself. What I am going to be looking for is when all of these companies realize that this is happening and they go, let's prepare for this and let's put together an asset package and make an ETF out of that. What would be a grand idea for an asset package like that? It would be a mixture of cryptos. Another version to me would be a mixture of cryptos and stocks. Makes sense, doesn't it? Let me tell you something. You look at some of these projects out here, that have coins. And you look at the coin and you kind of like, the coin is not the center of this project. The coin is the found money for some of these projects. These projects are actually businesses that should be businesses, not crypto projects. But it's hard for businesses to go get money, and this is a way for people to, quote, buy into a business. You're not really buying into the business. You're buying an asset that you hope would do better, which is the coin, but you don't really have a piece of that business. That's why I tell people you got to do the GMB3. You got to do your own research, know your entries and exits, and invest deliberately. And you have to do it in that order. Because you're building a foundation upon which you can make moves. If you don't do it like that, you're not building a solid foundation. Must always have a solid foundation. Uniswap is about to launch V4, their V4 upgrade. And it's going to enhance transaction speed, user experience, developer tools, and it's aiming to stabilize uni token prices. Okay. I've always liked Uniswap, so it's, to me, like, this is like, okay, cool. Next upgrade, next upgrade, next upgrade. Because I like Uniswap. Just saying. Uniswap as a project, is a part of the connective tissue. Whether some people want to believe that or not, it is. It really is. So yeah, I like Uniswap. Now, something else that I want to touch on that I don't think a lot of people are getting. There is about to be something similar to an arms race going on between all the countries in the world that can afford to get in on this race. What is that arms race? Well, it's not actually arms, it's Bitcoin. And even more so, it's Bitcoin and crypto. Here's what I mean. Abu Dhabi Global Market is about to position the UAE to be the crypto capital of the world. They happen to have a lot of capital. Go figure. But I want you to stop and think about this. There are a lot of countries out there that are looking to make their areas the crypto capital of the world. The United States, Singapore, South Korea. You could even say El Salvador. You could say a lot of countries out here want to be the crypto capital of the world. Hong Kong. But you've got to stop and think. How are all of these countries going to do it? Well, they're going to rewrite their laws, their operational parameters, their regulations. They're going to create initiatives to help draw companies in. In other words, they will make it easier for you to have a crypto business in their country. If Portugal jumps up and does something like that, I'm going to tell everybody, don't trust them. Because remember, it was crypto friendly, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, they did a 180. Debanking people, debanking businesses, they just went all out like that. I would not trust them. But that's just me. But if you look around the world, you've got several companies that are looking to make strategic reserves out of crypto, mainly Bitcoin. But some countries are actually looking at other digital assets. So can you see how we're buying crypto, we're buying crypto, we're buying crypto, we're buying crypto, we're buying crypto? You see how important that now becomes. So the United States goes out and buys some. Russia goes out and buys some. This country, that country, everybody's country goes out and buys some crypto, especially Bitcoin. You don't see how quickly prices jump up. We were speaking about it last night, and do I think that, we could hit $500,000, by the end of this year or by the end of next year? I don't think it'll happen, but you can put odds on it, though. You can calculate it. You can calculate the odds. It's not saying, oh, I think Bitcoin is going to hit $1 billion. No. You can't calculate that. That's too far out there. But 500 grand within a year or two, that's something you can actually calculate. You can actually put odds on that. You can weigh all of the things that are going on around the world. Adoption, integration, all of these things, institutional investment. You can see all of these things come together to create an insanely perfect storm for the growth of crypto. You know what I haven't seen yet? I have not seen regular people buy my book. I haven't seen regular people increase videos, watching videos online to teach them about crypto. When I start to see that, that's when I'll start to adjust my odds on that $500,000 for Bitcoin. But I think it's coming. Brian Moynihan of Bank of America said, listen, banks are about to get in a big way. Banks are about to get in a big way. And what does that mean? If banks get in, regular people will start to get in. Oh, my bank trusts it. I trust my bank. I don't know why, but I trust my bank. Not me personally, but them. I sit there and I just go, wow, that's going to be crazy. That's going to be crazy. So when you look at all these places, all these countries, you're talking about a race to the top. And however they define the top. Then you have Ethereum and Vitalik Buterin actually backed this new project of theirs called Etherealize. That's going to be their institutional arm. And they actually snatched somebody, Vivek Raman, I think is his name. I forget. But they snatched him to help lead it to go get institutional investment for Ethereum. Ethereum is about to make moves. All the rancor that's there, I put my money on Vitalik. People are like, oh, but he wants to maintain control and blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. I don't think it's about control for this guy. I think it's about common sense. I think it's a lot like Charles Hoskinson. It's like, no, I just want to do things right. I want to make sure that things are done right. Look at Cardano right now. I'm going to say it. I'm giving them the crown. The most decentralized crypto on the planet is Cardano. Look at their structure. The feat that it took, the work that it took, the amazing just focus that this team had to build that. Amazing. So when I look at Vitalik Buterin trying to build up Ethereum, because everybody's like, oh, Ethereum's not doing anything. And then when he tries to do something, people want to say something about him. And I'm just like, shut up. Just sit down and shut up. Take many a seat. Let the man cook. Let that team cook. Ethereum is definitely, without a doubt, absolutely a part of the connective tissue of Web3. No, I haven't received any money from any one of them. This is honestly how I feel about it. And if you go do your own research, you'll probably walk away thinking the same thing. And they want to increase their outreach, increase the number of institutions that they're working with. They want to increase. Why is that a bad thing? Here's something for you. Just to put it out there for you so you have, contrast and compare. You can't do that with Solana. Solana is not trusted by enterprise level organizations for integration for obvious reasons. You have congestion problems. You got to be kidding me. Enterprises can't hear that. Ethereum can walk in the door and be like, oh, we don't suffer from that disease. We're good. We can move a little faster, but we're even working on that already. Because we got this guy, we got this team. So we're already working on it. Something happens on our blockchain, we're transparent about it, we're out there with it, we tell people blah, 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 blah. There you go. I'm just saying. Everybody's like, oh, well, it's so much easier. There's so many more projects running on Solana. Even if that's true, let's just run with that's true. That's a fact, right? Let's just run with it. Can they afford to be down like that all the time? Last year it was five times that they had some kind of network incident. This year they've had at least one. At least one. In January. Should I be and they didn't report it. They have a health page and they did not report it. They did not report that they had congestion problems. I'm just saying. Coinbase said they solved their problem, and I hate to say it, but I think Coinbase, took it on the chin for something that necessarily was not their fault, or not necessarily their fault. Solana has problems, and then you look at Ethereum and like, well, Solana is so much better than Ethereum. Ethereum does not go down like that. So when it comes to Etherealize, yeah. Let's go do this. Let them cook. I'm just saying, they've got a lot of stuff going on, and I think they can handle it, right? And then the CME group comes out and says, listen, some of you people might have seen something on our site and read into it, blah, 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 blah. There's been no decision. There's been no decision on a Solana futures ETF or an XRP future. There's been zero decisions on that. And I'm like, it really is playing out to me to be that you allowed something to be leaked because you wanted the press. I'm going to chalk it up to that. You wanted the press. You wanted there to be hoopla. You wanted to float a bubble. You wanted to see, how people would react to, there's going to be something that you wanted it. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking you wanted it. Like a dog wants a treat. You wanted that. You're using it to weigh the market to see if it makes sense. It's honestly how I look at it. That's called floating the bubble. Then you've got Kraken donating $111,111 in Bitcoin to Ross Ulbricht. Now, I had said that he's our favorite person. He's not my favorite person. He's not. He's tried. He was convicted. Got 2 life sentences and plus 40 years. Definitely not my favorite person. Right? And I'm just sitting back and I'm just going, does he have, my poll question last night was, does he have access to old accounts? And I'm thinking it's highly possible. It's not a stupid guy. All he has to do is read. If that's all you're clutching on to, that could be something you'll remember for the rest of your life, is your seed phrase. Is he holding something somewhere? He could whip it out now and nobody could touch it. Will we see that? Don't know, but wow. But Kraken donating money to the guy, he was convicted, right? You know what a pardon is, right? A pardon is you did it, you're just being forgiven for it. But you're admitting your guilt when you take that pardon. So I'm just sitting here and I'm just going, From a corporate perspective, it's not what I would have done. They try to catch up on that cool factor because Ross Ulbricht is somebody that everybody looks up to. No, not me, not my kids. Nope. That's not who we look up to. You know what I mean? I mean, in a lot of ways, I can call him, Sam. I can call him Sam before Sam was Sam. Remember FTX? I'm just saying. I'm gonna put it out there for you. Sam Bankman-Fried versus, Ross Ulbricht. The difference is, one wasn't managing a platform, didn't build and then manage a platform where nefarious things could happen. Okay. Now we could have a conversation about, 2 life sentences and 40 years. What did he really do? We can go read the documents and go have that conversation. Why? It happened already. It happened already. That doesn't matter. But it's going to be interesting to see the rest of his journey. I will say that. It's going to be interesting to see the rest of his journey. What does he do now? Does he go out and do speaking engagements? Because everybody wants him to speak. He could definitely be a paid speaker. How he kept the faith while he was in jail, all that good stuff. And I'm like, that could be a good story. He can make a lot of money on that speaking tour. Big money. Big money. He can get back in the game. There's a lot of stuff he could do. He could be a consultant. There's a lot of stuff that guy could do. Like I said, he's not a stupid guy. So it's going to be interesting just to watch him go along his journey. I just don't think it was a good marketing ploy for Kraken. I don't. No, I don't use Kraken. I don't use them as a platform. Nope. but I don't think that was a smart move. But you know what you should do? That's right. We should go over the numbers. So let's go do this. That's right, because I'm having a good morning. I'm very happy. I'm only a little bit away from listening to Larry Fink on CNBC at 7:10 a.m. So yeah, I definitely want to hear that. They got a lot of people coming on, a lot of people talking some stuff, letting us in on some ideas, some thoughts, all that good stuff. And then Trump goes on, I think at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I want to hear what he has to say. I hear Ripple is out there too, so that's a big deal. Now, who's reporting today? Let's see: GE Aerospace, Union Pacific, Texas Instruments, Progressive. I mean, you've got a lot of companies that are reporting today that we should probably be paying attention to. I really am paying attention to more on the retail side. I want to know how people are spending their money. I want to know if they're extending, their credit, thusly creating more debt. I want to understand those things. This week, what do we have? Thursday, we've got nothing. Thursday, we've got initial jobless claims later on, 8:30 a.m. We've got home sales, consumer sentiment, and some S&P information tomorrow. Basically a quiet week, in my humble opinion, except for all the earnings calls. Fear and greed index is at 75, down from 84. DeFi Llama, we've got $132.655 billion in total value locked. Bitcoin, you can see right there. You see that? This was my resistance level, and we crashed through because it became the floor. It crashed through it a couple of times yesterday, but crashing through again. But what does this tell me? It tells me that I think we're going to see an abrupt upward move again. You saw it happen here. We went up, we crashed down, went up, crashed down, went up, crashed down. I think we're about to go up again. I honestly think we're about to go up again. So I have some dry powder. I'm gonna put some dry powder in action. Right? I'm gonna put some dry powder in action in my trading wallets, not my holding wallets, in my trading wallets. These are gonna be quick hits that I think can happen. Right? No, I don't. I'm not going to tell you what I'm going to do before I do it. I might tell you tonight what I did, but right now I'm not going to tell you what I'm doing before I do it. But I'm looking at this and I'm thinking there's some stuff that could happen right here. I could see us getting back through that resistance level of 102.724. I could see that. I can definitely see that. Right? Let's zoom in a little bit. Right there. You see that quick trip down? I think we could start to see a quick trip up. I really do. And that's what will be interesting. You can see how we did it. We just keep mucking around. We just keep mucking around with that resistance level right there. I might have to make that a permanent line. I might have to dedicate a color to an identified resistance level. Right? Because I put it in as a temporary resistance level. That's why it's only a short line. I didn't put it all the way across. But I think if I put it all the way across, we're actually going to start to see it. You know what? I should do that. Right about there. And we'll make that puppy orange. There you go. Let's get rid of this one. Trying to find it, but I put it dead on the line, so I can't find it. That sucks. All right, so let's move this one a little bit. There it is. We can delete that. We'll bring this one back down. And you can see it still touches. Yeah, that's where we want to be. And that will be our resistance line because it's holding true. It really is holding true. So I'm going to pay attention to that one. You want to pay attention to that one. Then you look at the big board, and you're kind of like, wow, where are my opportunities? There are a lot of opportunities. Link, Uni, Aave, Pepe, Shib, Doge, Sui, Solana, BNB, ETH, XRP, BCH, BTC. Don't sleep necessarily on Wrap Bitcoin, because World Liberty Financial just bought $10 million of it. I'm not touching it. I have no reason to. I like Bitcoin. But there are so many places where you can actually see where you can make money, because there are so many downs. This is why we create that. And then, I also look at, excuse me, all the numbers going straight across, right? But this is why we created the crypto tracker. This is why we created the crypto tracker. And it's simply because, I just want to know, like, where are we? Who's up? Layer 1X is up 454.27%. I've never heard of it. I've never heard of it. And out of nowhere, here it is. Ranked number 56. It's crazy. That's insane. That's absolutely insane. XDC network up 7.32 with a GMBX factor of 0.58. It'll definitely make that. Let's see. Anything else I'm paying attention to? Monero, I don't pay attention to anything under 5%, honestly. But I will say this. Because of Ross Ulbricht, I can definitely see Monero moving up a little. Because a lot of people are speculating if he has something, it's in Monero. It's highly possible. Let's look at the losers. Your losers. Of course, Melania is down. GMBX factor of 3.68. It's trash. Why'd you buy it? Stupid pet trick. AI16Z is down 25%. It's got a GMBX factor of 1.66. I might actually go out and get some. People are wondering why. It's an AI play, and AI is going to make a comeback, and that's going to be one of the coins that comes back hard, in my humble opinion. Fartcoin is down 19%. GMBX factor of 0.73. It's a meme. I don't really care that much. To me, it's a trading thing. All memes are trading things. They're trading toys. Let's see. Official Trump is down 14%. GMBX factor of 1.04. Will it ever get back to that 77 and change? I don't know. But can I make money at this level at $36? Yes. Because you figure $3.60 is a 10% move. Okay? That puts you at under 40. It hits 40 and above easily. So I can play the ping pong game, get in right here, sit back and wait for it to hit high, sell, wash, rinse, repeat. That's what I would do. That's literally what I would do. Might do it. Virtuals is down 14%. Probably get in on that. 0.95 is the GMBX factor. VThor is down 13%. 5.62 GMBX factor. Yeah, I'm not even thinking about it. I have some. That's why I don't need to buy anymore. I got a slot because they airdropped me some stuff. It's fine. Thank you very much. Hyperliquids because I own VeChain and I love VeChain. You've got Hyperliquid down 10%, down over 10%. GMBX factor of 0.50. Will they make it back? Most likely. Lido is down 9.56. Do I think they can make a GMBX factor of 3.17? Possibly. Jupiter is down. I dumped Solana. The only thing I'm holding that Solana is Trump. It's the only thing I'm holding. And that's a trade game. It's not a hodling game. It's a trade game. Just saying. If I can make money off of you legally, I'm going to make money off of you. You make money off everybody else, I'm going to make money off of you. Thank you very much. So yeah, that's it. That's it. I don't pay attention to anything underneath, and there's nobody down here that I actually care about. BitTensor is down. That's one. A GMBX factor of 1.0. Yeah, I mean, I would definitely be involved with BitTensor. I just don't have a slot for it. But BitTensor is something that I could get into because I think from here it could definitely go up. Just saying. Anyway, this is Eddie J on crypto for growmybag.tv. Don't forget to tune in tonight during our live where you actually become a part of the show as well. Don't forget to smash the likes, tell your friends about the channel, subscribe. And if you actually want to learn more about crypto, Go to growmybag.tv/sign-up. Why? Because then you can become a big bagger and you can be in on all of the video conference calls that we have. Once a month we have one, and we get together and we compare notes, we share information, tips, tricks, all that. We learn from each other. Join the community. This is ADGM on crypto for growmybag.tv. I hope you have a good one. Thank you.